So here, while you're on your business page, you're going to click on this little blue upside down triangle in the right-hand corner. You're going to click on Manage Ads. And don't freak out when you see my ad budget. I've been spending quite a bit of money doing some market research, so I'm hitting a little bit closer to 20 bucks a day on ads right now. So we're going to come down here to my Bear ad. You're going to open the ad up, and I'd like to note that you need to do this from a computer. I know that a lot of people work off of their phones, and you're going to be able to see some of the results, but not to the same depth and being able to really see the specifics like you're going to here. So let's go over the basics. I get asked what each of these columns means and what all of the numbers means. So we're going to start over here on the upper left. So when you see this results and it says post engagements, you're going to have post engagements, video views. There's a lot of different options here that it could say after results. That's just what type of ad you have. So when I see 1,300 post engagements, what that means is 1,300 people actually engaged with my ad in some form. They either clicked on a picture, they liked it, they hovered over it for an extra minute in their news feed. Anything that they actually did that directly stopped on my photo on that ad, they pop up here. This is costing me less than a cent for each person. And what this here, this result rate, this 12.96%, this means that 12% of everybody that actually was exposed to my ad ended up interacting with it. So the higher the result rate, the better your ad is performing. So approximately 12% out of 9,642 people. So we're going to look at this. 9,642 people reached. So what that means is, like I had said just previously, they interacted, they were exposed to my ad. They didn't interact, but they were actually exposed to my ad in their newsfeed, on their phone. They scrolled past it. One of their friends shared it and they scrolled past it there. Any sort of little fiber of my ad that touched them, that is the actual people reached. So you're going to notice that your ads may reach a lot of people, but you have a lower post engagement, meaning you have a lower amount of people actually interacting with your ad. The frequency here is how many times this ad has been shown to this specific group of people. When we put an ad out into Facebook, Facebook takes this kind of a snapshot almost of what is going on with Facebook, the people that are active at this point in time. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually going to reach every single active user on Facebook for your audience. So if you selected the United States, this doesn't mean that every single person in the United States that fell into my demographics that I set for my ad actually saw it 1 point whatever times. That doesn't mean that, because this number would be way higher. It just means that where Facebook is putting my ad to right now, those people have seen it a little bit over one time. And this cost per 1,000 people, the lower your cost, the better your ad is performing. So you can look at my amount spent so far. And this is over the whole entire period of time per day. What I spent on March 8th, I spent $1.06. On March 9th, I spent $1.95 cumulative. 89 cents per day. You can see over here my total amount spent together, and then as you hover over this bar, you can see what you actually spent per day. And so as this ad has started picking up more steam, if I come back here to people reached, you can see my interactions per day. That reach is starting to go up of people exposed to my ad, but that doesn't necessarily mean that my interactions over the day will reflect that too. So if you don't understand any of that, please comment below so I can further explain that to you. And so now is the next part down below. So what this bar graph across the bottom means is, again, the results, the reach, my average cost per engagement. It's the exact same thing that was covered up here, my overall budget and how much I've spent so far. And this is the performance column. If you click on this button and change it from performance to delivery, you can actually see everything else that was broken down under this people reached box here. You can also look at, and this is where we start to base or determine whether or not an ad was successful based upon this engagement area. So I click on engagement and I look about 1,200 people are quote unquote talking about the ad. That means people who actually like my page. You can look at this example for yourself. 810 post likes, 25 actual comments, 28 people shared it. Only one person off of this whole entire ad ended up liking my page. So a question I get asked is, what determines whether or not an ad is successful? Success is, in my opinion, based upon two things. If you're doing a non-product ad, success is based upon the interactions that your business page is getting. And the best way to actually determine that is to look at the page likes. Is your ad encouraging people to like your page, or are you purely just giving them content into their newsfeed? Now, this is a two-part explanation. Part one being, if I am doing an ad out to to the general population, I'm wanting to encourage those people to like my page, to interact with my page. Now, if I was doing this exact same bear ad, only I was doing a boost, an ad to people who already like my page, what I would want to be looking at is the comments and the shares over the page likes, because they already like my page. So in your case, we want to be looking at people who actually like your page. And you can see this isn't a very successful ad in the realm of encouraging people to like my page. So what do? I have 800 people that liked this post. So it's got great post engagement. People like the content, but it's not encouraging them to like my business page. So what do? You go, and just like we talked about in the past couple of days, you go and you invite those people that liked your post to like your business page, and that's going to help increase this, what we call ROI, which is return on investment. All of this money that you're putting into your business page is an investment for long-term growth and success. So, other than the engagement, you can also look at delivery. Sorry, I already broke that down. Engagement, I mean to click here on a further breakdown. So you have it here at engagement. You click on breakdown. You can actually look at age and see what people are engaging with your post the most based upon their age, gender, country. You need to be very familiar with this, and every single one of you is going to have a different determining factor for you as to what is a successful ad. Are you willing to spend $5 for 5 likes, or is that not successful to you? And when we get into our product ads next, what determines, again, in my opinion, the success of those ads are the relationships you're building and potential sales that are coming off of those product ads. So that's your breakdown. This is how you're going to come in and look at your ads and see really how your money is being spent, where it's going, because I can also break it down by country. And you can see I put this ad out into Australia, Canada. France is really high in interacting on this. But hey, I got a like from Spain, and we're launching into Spain this year, and Okay, that's great in my book. So these are the other things that you want to be looking at. Are you willing to pay more money necessarily for your ads for less page likes but more potential? So that is it. Post your questions below. Please ask questions so I can clarify further. I will chat with you guys below.